Hello, and welcome to Uncle Bill's Kitchen. Stir-fry Chinese pumpkin, brought to you by Geekholm Silicone Oven Mitts. Oh my god, it's here! It's here! That's right, my Amazon package has arrived! I can't wait! Gotta get this open. Use the scissors carefully, do not cut your fingers, and take out what is this? Oh yes! These are the Geekholm Silicone Oven Mitts. These oven mitts are touted to be able to handle up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit of heat. Oh my god! I can't wait. I can't tell you how excited I am to try these out. I'll be putting myself in harm's way just for you to see how these work. Kabocha is a type of winter squash, also called kabocha squash or Japanese pumpkin in North America. Kabocha is hard on the outside with knobby-looking skin. It is shaped like a squat pumpkin and has a dull-finished deep green skin with some celadon-to-white stripes and an intense yellow-orange color on the inside. An average kabocha weighs 2 to 3 pounds, but a large squash can weigh as much as 8 pounds. Kabocha has an exceptionally sweet flavor, even sweeter than butternut squash. It is similar in texture and flavor to pumpkin and sweet potato combined. We'll first need to remove the stem by twisting it off. It comes off very simply. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut this in half. Now, this squash or pumpkin is extremely hard on the outside, so it's going to take a little bit of work if you don't have a sharp knife. Working on getting some better knives here. This is what I've got to work with, and I'm sure you at your home have the same. But once you get it cut in half, this is what you're going to have to work with. This beautiful yellowish orange color. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of all these seeds on the inside. Just take a spoon and slowly scoop out anything that you don't want. All of this membrane, we're going to take that all out. It's inedible at this time. It's not what we're going to be using. And here's a little close-up. Just dig deep with your spoon and make a turn, just like you're pulling out ice cream. Very simple. See? Easy. Once the inside of your kabocha is cleaned out, it should look something like this. Alright, that's it. Let's clean off our working surface, and we're going to work on getting the exterior or the outside skin taken off. Rule of thumb, if you want and have time, you actually can eat the skin on this pumpkin, but you're going to have to cook it a little bit longer, as it takes longer for the skin to actually cook. This is a nice little trick to make it nice and simple to do your stir fry. By removing the skin, you can actually work a lot faster, and you're not going to have that tough exterior that we don't want in this type of a stir fry. Now you see this green? You don't want that. We're going to cut that off, make sure we get all the skin, and when we're finished, we should just be looking at, I'd say 95 to 98% subscriber rates. That's right. We want to see you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the little bell there as well. It lets you know every time a new recipe comes out, which is at least once a week. You don't want to miss it, and it helps our channel a lot. See this little piece? We don't want that. Cut it out. And then we're going to go ahead and clean off our surface, and I'll go quickly through this second one for you. We're just going to slice. Get off all the green, and all we want to see is yellow and orange. Hope everyone's doing well these days. I know it's tough. Make sure you're taking care of you and your family. And here we are. Beautiful. Great. Take a look at that. That's all we need. Now, once we have them cut in half and gotten cleaned up, we're going to chop these into about 1/4 inch slices. All right. Get that all around, quarter inch everywhere, and do the same to the other half. Now these are a little tough too, so take your time, make sure you don't cut yourself, and do a good job. Once we got them into our 1/4 inch thickness, we're going to cut these down like so into bite-sized pieces so that when we stir fry them, they will all cook at a similar rate. Great thing about stir fry is it doesn't need to be exactly perfect. We want bite-sized pieces that we can pick up with our chopsticks. That's what you want to be thinking about. And again, equal the size, equal the cooking time. And there you have it. When you're finished, you should have something that looks exactly like this. Beautiful, right? Oh, I love the color of these vegetables. They're great and nutritious. All right, once we've got our wok to almost smoking, we're going to add our oil, get that moved around to seal it up nicely, and then we're going to add our beautiful ginger to the mix. Got about a tablespoon of ginger here. We've got half of an onion that we've minced up nicely. We're going to add that to the mix as well, and we're going to stir fry that until the onions have softened a little bit and the ginger is fragrant. Perfect. All right, now we're going to add about a tablespoon of garlic that we've chopped up here. And we're going to go ahead and keep things moving in our pan. Let's get that fragrant and let's hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe as well and the notification bell. It helps our channel a lot and I really appreciate it. All right, now once we've got everything nice and fragrant, we're going to add our wonderful pumpkin in. We're going to just move this around in the pan. We want to get that onion and garlic. We want to get that ginger all over these wonderful and ripe vegetables. Just keep things moving. We've got a hot pan here. We don't want anything to burn. We're looking for the pumpkin to start sweating and the aromatics to cover it. All right. Keep things tossed here. And as you can see, we've got a little bit of browning and we're going to add about a half cup of water here. We want to start to really bring all of these flavors together. We're going to steam these vegetables. It's going to take about 10 minutes. And when we finish with these 10 minutes, you're going to have an amazingly soft and beautiful thing here. Now look at these gloves. They work great. No heat whatsoever. And look, the steam doesn't bother me at all. And these gloves are nice and long. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to stir this around. Still a little bit too firm for my liking. I'm going to let this, well, let me check it out here. I like to take a chopstick and then, like a potato, I'll stab through one or two of these bad boys, and if they don't slide off right away, then I'm going to let these go. Ooh, look at that. Hey, no heat. Amazing. Hey, make sure to look for the link for these in the description below. All right, first thing we're going to do is going to add some oyster sauce to our stir-fried pumpkin. And then we're going to add just a little bit of soy sauce here, about a teaspoon. The oyster sauce, I use about a tablespoon, but that's because I've used a pretty large pumpkin. Make sure to add just enough for what you think you're going to need and not much more. Remember, you can always add, but you can't take away. Yep, these are going to take about 5 more minutes, guys. All right, I'll cover this up and we'll be back in 5. 5 minutes have passed through the magic of space-time continuum. And look at these pumpkin. Oh, nice. See, they slide right off. And you see all that juice down there? We're not going to waste it. No. I've got ourselves a nice cornstarch slurry. We're going to add that in, and it's going to thicken everything right up and coat the pumpkin beautifully. It's going to give it this wonderful flavor. You see, it's been boiling for 15 minutes with all those aromatics, and the flavor from the pumpkin has just come out into it. The flavor is sweet, and it really is a cross between pumpkin and, I would say, a sweet potato. An amazing side dish for your dinner. All right, so these gloves are supposed to be able to withstand up to 500 degrees. As you can see, I've got a pot of boiling water here. We're going to give it a shot and see if we can take it. Touching it. It's not that hot. Ta-da! Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It starts to get a little bit warm now, but yeah, you can obviously lift something up and move it over at that kind of temperature. So these will definitely work. They're great. Way better than the oven mitts I had before. So give them a shot. I like to add just a little bit of sugar and some chopped green chives at the end, just to give it some color and a little bit added sweetness. It brings out that sweetness, brown sugar especially. Look at this. Beautiful. Thanks for stopping by Uncle Bill's Kitchen. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. And for all of you who've been sharing our videos on social media, thank you so much. It's truly helping our channel. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video. And make sure to see us next week. Bye-bye, and happy cooking.